Hi there, signs of Taurus. This is Kim here to give you your messages for the month coming up for April, the month coming up 2026 for Taurus. So inviting your spirit guides here and your angels. This deck of cards is Carl Jung's major arcana. So we're seeing what major points from the tarot are happening for you in April. Yes, we'll get 3 and that's how we'll start. For Taurus, you start with the sun. Yay. Okay, so Carl Jung. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes, symbolizes joy, success, and vitality, echoing the awakening and enlightenment that comes from introspection, as Jung suggests. A happy new experience could be coming in, more light entering your life, maybe energy, healing, maybe movement. You have the Chariot, that's 19 with the sun, and then you have 7 with the Chariot, which is good. That, success. It says, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Symbolizes willpower, victory, and determination, resonating with Jung's emphasis on personal agency and overcoming obstacles. Kind of like Ganesha. Mowing down obstacles and challenges, anything in your path. So yes, definitely could be picking up momentum. Definitely can be talking about some sort of travel coming up too, or a plan here. Judgment. Let's see what they say. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. It's about self-evaluation, rebirth, and awakening, resonating with Jung's emphasis on necessary acceptance for transformation. And I always see this as, spirit having a path for you, or waking you up to a path. Okay, more for the month of April. Oh, interesting. Maybe that's the path, the androgen. No, so we're not talking about female or male here. We're talking about something that does not have this label, or any label, actually. Something that does not have any label to it. It is new. This will be a new spiritual experience for you. This this card is about artistic transcendence, creative transcendence. So you're going to be creating something that has never been done before, basically. Night and day energies coming together for the purpose of some kind of creation. You have the rainbows here, which is the promise of a good, happy future. And the spider dropping down is yet to spin its web. So it has yet to create what this is. Then we have the great work. Wow. So with the Chariot, you'll be on your way, or you were well on your way now. On your life path. The great work is everything that we've done up until this point. And interesting, because I think it ties into that statement from the Chariot card. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. And that's part of your great work, is transmuting and alchemizing energies that we've had experiences with for the purpose of growth, right? Wisdom, growth. Personal victory and triumphs. So something here that you're going to be you're going to feel very triumphant about it. And then this card is perfect to get underneath the sun, because it is about the life force energy, Kundalini rising, your energy inside of your body. And it's painting the flowers, or painting the roses red, is what it ends up doing. The red and white rose. So the red is represented by this creative flow of energy that's going to be surging through you. It is the feminine that meets with the masculine and comes back down around again to create, to birth things to life. And this is newfound energy. You have all roses given to you at the bottom here. All roses. White, red, yellow, and 2 blue roses. So that's pretty interesting. I think this deck might be good for this. The Eigengraw Oracle deck, it gives kind of an insight on some of the deeper themes in life. Let's see about this new energy, Spirit, about what we are going to create with. And it's a feeling of physicality too. So where the physical body meets the spiritual, that's another way you could look at it. Oh, I have the Sage, number 25, the Sage. So you've gone from the neophyte here, the person that is the student in study, to the one who can guide others. And that is kind of, you know, the sun can be a very pioneering spirit and a leader if you embody that energy. It is giving a Hierophant feel to it, as somebody who's very tuned in, connected with a higher power here. So your understanding is to the point where you can teach it, is what they're saying with Sage. And if people look up to you, maybe get advice from you, well, because of your wisdom. And I have sow. So it would be a time for you to sow new seeds here. That's what that card is about. It's about what seeds will you plant in this season. So obviously the conditions are going to be right in April for you to grow something new in your life, right? So what kind of seeds do you want to plant? Sometimes this card is talking about our thoughts and how we are speaking to ourselves, how we are speaking something into existence, right? So choosing carefully your thoughts, the power behind it, the power behind your manifestation is going to be important. What else? Infinitesimal. Oh, and have destination. Destination. So truly, like, you're going somewhere in April, maybe literally going somewhere because you hit your destination, or you get to a spot where, like, this is where I was wanting to go. I have infinitesimal and I have ego. I wonder if those two are together. Because infinitesimal is like, it's small, but it can go on forever, infinitely, even in a small direction. Ego. Let me see how he describes it in here for you. Let's see. The ego, or the self, is a construct within our greater consciousness. The problem of ego is because by its nature, we allow it to become a proxy for our entire being. We assume that we are our thoughts, feelings, perceptions, when there is much more to experience. So the ego, or the perception that you are what it states you are, can keep you small, right? It can keep you from experiencing the vastness of the divine soul that you actually are. So it's telling you to break free from these energies of needing, or anything that I feel like anything that you're putting a label on, or that is limiting your experience or making it small. Maybe the ego is becoming smaller too as you go along this journey. So you're about to hit a destination. I want to know about the destination. I want to know about the destination. Where is it that Taurus is wanting to go, or Taurus is going? Page of Pentacles, a new pathway, something new to invest in. And that is my card. The number for 23 is my Page of Pentacles. So that's interesting. That's the new adventure or the new journey. The thing, message, news of money, something that you can do with it. What are you going to do with it? Or will you invest it? Will you, looks like there's seeds being sown right here behind her. So that's interesting, coming out right next to that sow energy. So it's like you're going to be investing, even the money is going to be invested in a different way. Or in something different. Tell me about that. In the guidebook, that person gets news or message of a good amount of money coming to them. Yeah, what will their next choice or decision be off of this news of this money coming in or abundance? The sun twice. So this is your choice, your decision. It's like the Two of Pentacles can sometimes be like the roll of the dice, taking a chance on luck or fate here. The Hangman. A new perspective. Ooh, a new perspective on things. I have the Three of Swords and I have the Knight of Wands. Could be about a new perspective on a person, especially if you feel like somebody hurt you. If this is something in the past or a person that you maybe were passionate about at one time, because the Knight of Wands is kind of going sideways. I feel like if it's a person, it's somebody who's kind of careless with our heart, and that's why they're connected here. I feel like you're moving past or getting change from that situation. And now you do have a different perspective here, though, with the Hangman. You know that good karma is coming to you. You reap what you sow, right? That's justice energy. So knowing that the universe is kind of in charge all the time, the energy is always going to be balanced out. Looks like you have some good karma. This might be in the form of like new relationships, partnerships, or contracts coming in. It is also the swift blow of the sword of justice to anybody that like really wronged you or hurt you here. Them getting your justice, them getting theirs. So some good karma, some balancing of the scales. I think it's a positive situation if it is involving an actual legal thing, legal matter, or a situation with justice. I have the Emperor, yeah, person of power or of authority. An influential person. This is you. I think this is you, and this is you picking your destination and what you want to take action on, where you're wanting to go, how you're wanting to get a victory. And you're having to navigate some pretty intense energies. I would say they're petty more than anything. The Five of Wands. Don't worry, you achieve something. You transcend that energy of the Five of Wands. So you're not petty and you're not fighting for no reason, which is really what those people are doing. Maybe there's a lot of people that might see you as competition, and it might be because of some kind of success that you're able to have here with the Six of Wands. Something that others appreciate and recognize you for. Seven of Cups and the Four of Swords. Seven of Cups, Four of Swords. Okay, just an obvious energy of somebody that has dealt with escapism or issues with escapism and not seeing things clearly, choosing a different route for themselves. Maybe this is rest, recovery, rehabilitation, whatever it is. Like the Eight of Cups suggests going in a different direction than the things that you were choosing that were making it cloudy for you. Now, also, this could be, if it doesn't have to do with escapism, it can have to do with a situation that feels a little confusing emotionally, like being told certain things, but it looking like an illusion, something not matching up. So you could be taking a break from a relationship or something like that because of this confusion. And then the Eight of Cups would say, no, I'm going in my own direction because I'm not satisfied here with these cups. So either way, there's like a break period or a rest period for you here during the month. Maybe so you can regroup before a major victory. You have the Queen of Wands, very strong Aries energy, confident energy, and your 10 of Cups. Yay. So that's what you're, without gender being used in the reading, this is what you're actually doing. I think you're moving on from something, 10 of Swords, something that was painful, because you're having a completion. And the Swords, 10 of Swords means that something was painful or there was a lot of betrayal. It's like wrapping that chapter up, because 10-10, like it's divine timing. And focusing here on creating your heaven on earth with the 10 of Cups. Having your emotional needs met and everyone else around you, but also like your material needs met too. So the Queen of Wands is very attractive, an attractive person. They stand out, especially if being compared to others here for some sort of skill or role, like they seem to stand out. And the Queen of Wands would be somebody who definitely is confident in themselves, because they do have a lot of choices or options here. So it's like leaving one thing and going towards what you know is going to be a completion for you. Yeah, really not being afraid to take a chance, to be confident in where you're going, where you want to get to, right? And that confidence is necessary, 9-9, because there's big endings wrapping up right now. As they're saying, the divine harvest is yours also. You've obviously been on some sort of divine mission here, where like that hangman, in some cases we could feel like I've made a lot of sacrifices for my divine mission or for the highest good of all, you know. And so in that sense, you're very supported here with the cross, purpose driven. You're heeding the call. They're saying to soothe your worry or your anxiety, soothe it by placing it in the worry bead or giving it to your spirit team to help. So there is a major ending of something here with these 9s. You declaring you are sovereign. So making your own choices, using your mind, reclaiming your power. It also says a contract. There can be a new contract coming in here also, because I see the work card next to it too, beehive. It does say harvest on that. So your harvest, your divine harvest, it's bringing in some kind of contract where your ability to reclaim your power is going to be here too. Whatever you're working on, whatever you've been working on in your head, in your mind with the inventor, they're saying it's very innovative. It's a mastermind. You're a mastermind, a genius mind, brilliant mind, able to inspire others with your ideas. And you could be having some things come to you, like messages of what to invent and different things from odd sources here, because it can be coming through your intuition or dreams or something like that. With the crystal ball, intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, discernment, sixth sense, past, present, and future, and the ESP. And ESP. And I'm telling you, once you are ready, packing your bags, get ready for either a trip or a journey coming up. They say this has been a long journey, but you are ready, more than ready for the next phase. And with the slingshot, you might feel the tension of things being pulled back or some anxiety, maybe even excitement that you're picking up on in the future, because they say you're pulled back in order to ready, set, go here. So with that being said, that's a good reading. I'm going to pull an angel number for you. And Taurus, if you need a private reading, the information's in the description box below. They are pre-recorded videos, though, just so you know. You get a private link to your video. And put in the checkout section in the notes of what you want to know from the reading. This goes with these two cards. I thought that was very significant, the 9-9 that came out. And then that's confirmation to me that it was. And the 19, because we have the sun, we have 19, 19, 19 here. So 9-9, very important for you at this time. Says it's time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. And then 19, sorry. 19, going with the energy here of the sun. Okay, independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and work, and you aren't afraid to take the big risk to achieve the life you desire. I am a pioneer, which is exactly what the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, both Aries energy. It is like with confidence, you're making some big decisions to take action on your new destination. So it looks like a new destination is what is in the cards for you. 27, I'll just quickly say it since it's right down there, is talking about how expressive you are and wanting to help with freedom of expression here. So that's what I have. I'm sending you love and light. Bye.